Wells Fargo. You're going to see all these chicks, and they're going to be these guys working behind these tables. And these guys are not regular guys like me. They hire male models. I'm talking the sexiest Jacob Edward abs out guys, and they're like, come here, and you're like, stay away. Guys, do not laugh, because they use female models, and they are beautiful, and they are gorgeous, and they lie. They're like, come here, cutie, and you know you're not cute. You're like, okay, stay away. Why am I giving you this advice? The reason why is because I got suckered when I was 20 years of age. And my friends, I was a community college guy, so you're gonna hear a lot of this. My friend came up to me and said, you wanna go on spring break? I said, where you guys going? Remember, I'm from New York. And they're like, Cancun. I was like, where's Cancun? I don't know Cancun. Where's Cancun? They said, that's in Mexico. I really said this. I was like, where's Mexico? I thought it was near the Philippines. It's not. Anyway, I asked them, why are they going to this country called Mexico? They said, because there's no drinking age. I was like, I want to go to this great country called Mexico. So they said to me that it's going to cost me $500 for airfare and hotel. I didn't have that $500. So my friend suggested I go to the bank and apply for a credit card. Can you do this at 18? Yes, you can. Do not do it, but you can. I went to the bank. I was 20 years of age. I went to the teller. I said, hi, ma'am. I filled it out. Your name, your address, and the most important thing they're looking for is your social security number. I gave it to the teller. I said, hi, ma'am, here. She goes, go have a seat. I said, yes, ma'am. About 10 minutes later, she goes, come here. I said, yes, ma'am. She goes, have you... She goes, congratulations, you've been approved for $2,500 at 22% interest rate, blah, 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 blah. Stop it. It's not funny. I'm trying to teach. Have you ever talked to a teacher or parent and you have no clue what they're saying, but it sounds good, and you're like,
yeah.
Right? I didn't know what she was saying. I don't know what 22% interest means. I didn't know cash advance. I didn't know. She said, sign here, sign here. I was like, you know what a cash advance is, right?
No.
She gave me the money right there. 25. She's like, here. That fly just attacked me. It bit me. Anyway, she gave me $2,500 right there. I was like, oh my God. I thought I just robbed the bank. I was like, oh my God. You know? So I took $500 and I gave it to my friend for airfare and hotel. I had $2,000 left over, and I went to Mexico. I went to Cancun. I stayed in the Fiesta Americana hotel. It was a pink hotel, beautiful. And I was playing with my money. Have you ever had a lot of money and you play with it? You're like, oh my God, I love you. I was playing with my money, and one of my friends to me said to me, you can't use this money here. I said, why not? They said, that's American money, and we're in Mexico. You need Mexican money. I was like, what's Mexican money? They're like, that's pesos. I was like, what's a peso? Stop being stupid, Trevor. Just go to the bank and convert your money. So, he's okay. He's okay. He sounded like he fell. So I went to the bank in Mexico, and I had my $2,000, and I went to the teller, and I said, hi, ma'am, I'd like to get 2,000 pesos for my 2,000 US dollars, please. Does she give me back 2,000 pesos?
No.
I didn't know there's a conversion rate. The lady gives me back like 1,000,000 pesos. She's like, here. I was like, Viva Mexico! I was like, this is awesome. I went to every nightclub, Carlos and Charlie's, Papas and Beers, Senior Frogs, Crystals. If I met you, shots on me, parasailing on me, scuba diving on me. I spent everything. Guys, I was a kid in Mexico. What was my interest rate?
22.
22%. Oops, I just tagged it. I'm sorry. 22% interest. 22%. Is that high or low?
Hi.
High. I didn't know what that meant. So when I came back from Mexico, what do I get in the mail? A bill. I wasn't even working. Could I afford to pay it?
No.
And what do, as human beings, when they cannot afford something, they get a bill, what do?
They panic.
Out of sight, out of mind. What does that mean?
They rip it.
They rip it up, throw it out. I don't have a bill anymore. You know? And what happens the next month? Higher or lower?
Higher.
Why would you send me a bill, which you're right, why would you send me a bill higher the next month when I couldn't afford it last month? Late fees and compound interest. I was like, they're stupid. What happens the next month after that?
It's higher. It's higher.
They start calling the house. Ring, ring, is Trevor Savine there? No, you don't live here no more. You know? And eventually, basically, my grandmother gets the phone, because I told you, I live with my grandparents. And my grandmother, Guys, I'm getting older, and you're getting younger every time I do these presentations. Have you ever seen this classic movie? It's old. It's old. I don't know. I'm sure your teachers have seen it, but I don't know if you have. Have anyone seen the movie E.T.?
Yes.
It's got a little alien, 4'2", pale, white, bald, long orangutan arms. That's my grandmother. So anyway, no, serious. Going home, she's so cute. Anyway, my grandmother, she got the phone. She got the phone, and the bank told her everything, and she called me out. You don't mess with my grandmother. And she's like, Trevor! I'm like, yes, Grandma. You know, I run over, and she's like, this is yo high. And she's like, I talked to the bank, and the bank told me you took out $2,500. What do you need $2,500 to go for? You said you were going camping. You need $2,500 to go camping? I lied to my grandmother, because if I would have told her the truth that I was going to Cancun, Mexico, she would never have let me go, even at 20 years of age. I told my grandmother, I'm sorry I lied to you, Grandma. She goes, I don't care about the lie. I care about your credit. Don't you eventually want to buy a car? I said, Grandma, I'll use your station wagon. Don't you be wise. She's like, don't you want to buy a house and have a family? I said, Grandma, I live with you. Don't you be wise. What do grandmas do when you're in financial troubles? What do grandmas do in the end?
Help you?
She paid it off. Grandma paid it off. Did I learn my lesson?
No.
Nope. I didn't learn my lesson. My grandma, for 3 years, when I went to community college, she felt it was her obligation to pay for cash. I never did FAFSA. You're gonna do FAFSA real soon. When are you gonna do your FAFSA?
When we graduate.
When?
When we graduate?
No, way too late. When are you gonna do?
Now?
Now?
When is financial aid given out to you? You're making me angry now. January. When you get back from the holiday season, guys, when you get back in January, your FAFSA papers will be available for you. Of course, you need to do them. Your Cal Grants. I never did them. I never did them because my grandmother didn't force me to do it. She paid cash. I was lucky. When I transferred to the state school, my grandmother said, I cannot afford it. You need to do your FAFSA, your financial aid. Have you guys ever seen the papers for financial aid?
No.
When I looked at them, because I was supposed to fill them out by myself, and it's very intimidating. They're going to ask you various questions from, how much money did your parents make? Are your parents separated, divorced? How many children do your parents have? How much money did you make? How much money did your dog make? How much money did your cat make? Those were lies. Anyway, guys, they're going to ask you a lot. I was intimidated, and I never did it. And have you ever told your parents or a teacher yes, just to get them off your back? You're like, did you do the assignment? Yeah. And you never did it? I basically did that with my grandmother. I lied to my grandmother again. I said, Grandma, I did it. Don't sweat it. So when I transferred to the state school, guys, I went and got accepted to a state school in New Jersey. And when I went to the school, eventually, basically, the lady behind the registrar, because now you guys have online. I didn't have online. The lady goes, congratulations. Okay, you would like to save some classes? I was like, yeah. And she looked me up on the computer and said, she goes, you never paid for school. You can't register. I said, oh. I said, I'll do FAFSA now. She goes, no, it's too late. I said, then how do I pay? She goes, cash, credit card, or check. And what do I have in my wallet? And I swiped it for $2,600. Did Grandma pay this one off?
No.
No, and who had bad credit for the next 7 to 10 years?
You.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Why are you laughing? Be quiet.
Because it's
Guys,
funny, but
I
sad.
want you to be smart with your phone. And I wish I had more time with you guys. On that last note, guys, Albert and my school, we're in Northwest College, and I believe in helping everyone out. I put together this card myself, and there's random stuff on it. Don't look at the cards yet, but I want to ask you guys, even if you're not interested in medical, I'm going to show you a procedure as you basically fill this out. Albert's going to put together a procedure of what our students did in surgical. We used an amputee's leg, and we did an operation. I think that'd be interesting. Guys, but if you're not interested in medical, I'd like to know what your interest is. If it's education, if it's various psychology, whatever it is. Guys, on the bottom right here, there's red, and there's a blank spot there. Tell me what your interest is. On the back of it, some of you like to write personal comments about my presentation, and I love you for it, but some of you get way too personal. Some girl wrote this on the back of my card. You're fat, you need to lose weight. I was like, that's messed up. But that didn't hurt me. This one hurt me. This one hurt me. This girl wrote down, your shirt's faded, buy new clothes. Have you ever said something, has anyone said something to you and it like sticks with you for life? Every time I drive by Marshalls, I'm like, oh, dang, you know. Someone said that I sound like Vince Vaughn. Someone wrote down you look like Doug from King of Queens. Someone wrote like Gabby Lee Gus's, but not as fluffy. Someone wrote down Tom Hanks. Please, lie to me. Vin Diesel, Brad Pitt. Lie to me, make me feel good. Guys, take the time while you fill this out, and he's gonna put up, this is a procedure, and you gotta give Albert credit for this. He filmed this. This is
Say
a
something.
foot, an amputee.
He's funny. She like
Guys,
this Instagram.
some lady told me
Hilarious.
for science.